RSTV News at 3. Top stories. Governor Fubara bent on fighting crime to a standstill in River State. President Tinubu to address 78th session of the high-level general debate of UN General Assembly in New York, September 19. And House of Representatives summons chief executive officers of Nigerian insurance companies on non-remittance of over 267 billion workers housing fund. Good afternoon, and this is Solomon Nelson Braid on RSTV. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch RSTV News live on YouTube at RSTV Online and Facebook at RSTV22 page online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for an update on our live feeds. We begin the news with the Chief Executive of River State, Siminala Fubara, saying that he is passionate about fighting crime to stand still in the state. Governor Fubara stated this during the River State Zero Crime Campaign flag-off ceremony organized by Nigeria Police Command at the Hotel Presidential, Port Harcourt. Governor Fubara, who was represented by his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odo, appreciated the synergy that has been expressed by stakeholders, noting that if River State was not peaceful and free of crime, development would not be sustained. According to him, the state government has always partnered the police and the other security agencies to fight crime, adding that under the watch of the immediate past Governor Yusuf Wike, surveillance and tactical centers were set up to monitor crime control across the state. Governor Fubara, who commended CP Emeka Polycarp Woni and his team for initiating the Rivers Zero Crime campaign, described the initiative as the first of its kind. On his part, the State Commissioner of Police, CP Emeka Woni, commended Governor Siminala Fubara for the support he has continued to give to the State Police Command in ensuring that the state remains crime-free, stressing that Rivers Zero Crime campaign was born out of the need to build trust, fight crime, and promote a positive union between the police and the citizens. River State Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odo has urged members of the Task Force on Immunization and Primary Health Care, a multidisciplinary and multi-sectoral body, to concretize their efforts in the healthcare delivery system in the state. Professor Odo stated this during the second quarter meeting of the River State Task Force on Immunization at the Government House, Port Harcourt.
According to the Deputy Governor, primary healthcare services is the pivot of the healthcare delivery system in the country. Immunization component of the primary healthcare services is very crucial, hence the establishment of the committee. She also said the development can only thrive in a healthy and peaceful community, urging all hands to be on deck in ensuring the reduction of the burden on vaccine-preventable diseases nationally.
As we are all aware, the primary healthcare is the pivot of healthcare delivery system, even as captured in our national health policy. We find out that our immunization component of the primary healthcare is very, very crucial, and that underscores why nationally this committee was set up to ensure that the efficiency and efficacy of the things we do with respect to immunization is done to the best of our ability. So we therefore want to take this opportunity to say, please, gear up more, do more, find out where there are gaps, and let's fill up the gaps, and let's be one of the states that will be a state of pride in the state with respect to this task force and other aspects of interventions that will be put in place.
Professor Odo expressed gratitude to the immediate past administration for the solid foundation they have laid for the committee and appreciated the support and commitment of members of the task force in ensuring the consolidation of the gains achieved. The Deputy Governor, who is also the chairman of the Task Force on Immunization and Primary Health Care, thanked members of the Task Force for their support for the Fubara administration.
I want you to also tell us that when we do this work, we're delivering to our people. A healthy nation is a healthy a healthy community. If our people are ill and they're down and they cannot, even in the present circumstances, help themselves, then things will get worse. We therefore pray that you must recognize that this committee has a lot to do, because we're focusing on the vaccine preventable diseases, which has been a great burden on the state, not just our state, across board, globally actually. So the children that need attention, the children that we need to save by ensuring that the immunization interventions get to them as at when due, it behoves on us to do our best, put in our best. So as we deliberate today, I want to believe that a lot of good and wonderful ideas will be brought to the table for us to hit the ground running and take the baton to a higher, the bars to a higher level.
In her remarks, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Adeze Chidimma Ore, said the meeting was an update on the current status of immunization in the state, especially as it concerns vaccination coverage and the number of children that have come down with vaccine-preventable diseases. Also speaking, the Executive Secretary, Rivers State Primary Health Care Management Board, Dr. Kinikanwo Green, said immunization is a major pillar in terms of primary health care, while assuring that the board will ensure that every Rivers child has access to free immunization.
A victim of a near-fatal motor accident which led to major fracture of his legs, is appealing to good-spirited individuals, philanthropists and non-governmental organizations to assist him foot the bill of 2 million naira required for surgery. Mohammed Uzobo, who hails from Egbeda community in Emawa local government area of Rivers State, made appeal when he visited the news division of Rivers State Television. Nnamdi Olumini reports.
Mohammed Ozobo was living a normal life as a responsible man with wife and children, and working hard to earn his daily bread and fend for his family and dependents as a commercial driver. But his happiness was cut short when he got involved in a fatal accident where all the other occupants died. He narrowly escaped death, but his legs were badly damaged. With treatment from medical facilities and local born healers, he managed to cope with the bad legs until last year. The worst happened when he mistakenly fell into a gutter during a heavy downpour, and his condition became worse.
Well, last year when rain fell, I don't even know that there was a gutter. I wanted to cross, so my leg jumped into the gutter, which the leg has to twist. So they brought me out from the gutter. They took me to native orthopedic at Adelebu, so where they treated, but we were unable to treat the leg, and they said the leg requires surgical operation, which I went to some hospitals. They gave me the bill for the surgical operation, which the bill is with me as well.
He told the RSTV news crew that he has not only lost his means of livelihood as a commercial driver, but spent all his life savings and unable to pay the bill of 2 million naira needed for the surgical operation as prescribed by his medical doctor. The victim is now appealing for help from relevant groups, agencies and philanthropists to enable him undergo 6 surgeries in a space of 2 weeks.
What I need the public to do is that I need the assistance from the state government, the local government, any of the NGOs, any of the Christian or Muslims, persons or the individuals. I need an assistance. As I'm just talking, may Almighty God bless any of them that give an assistance to me.
To reach the victim, please call 070-6200-6870. Account name Mohammed Ozobo. Account number 2035785576. UBA. Nnamdi Olumini, RSTV News.
President Bola Tinubu will address the 78th session of the high-level General Debate of the United Nations General Assembly UNGA at the UN headquarters in New York on Tuesday, September 19. Reports say President Tinubu, in his outing to the Assembly, will be addressing world leaders in the evening of that day. According to speakers list from the office of the General Assembly President, Tinubu would be the 5th African leader to speak on day 1 of the gathering and speaker out of 20th out of the 14th of the 20th leaders slated to speak on the first day. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, the third speaker, will be the first African leader to speak in the morning session of the Assembly. President of Algeria, Abdelmadjid Tebboune, will be the first African leader to speak at the afternoon session, followed by the Moroccan leader Aziz Akanouch and Mozambique President Filipe Nyusi. The Minister of Interior, Buni Tunji Ojo, says President Bola Tinubu has issued a marching order that all fleeing inmates across the country be recaptured. He said between 2021 and 2022, there were at least 7 attacks on custodial centers across the country where a large number of inmates escaped from the centers. Until date, about 4,000 inmates are still at large. The 7 attack custodial centers are Kuje, Kogi, Jos, Abologo, Owerri, Okitipupa, and Oko prisons. Addressing newsmen after the inspection of the facilities at the Nigerian Immigration Service and the Nigerian Correctional Centers, Tunji Ojo said the service would work hard to ensure the order given by the President on fleeing inmates is followed to the letter. He also said the Nigerian Correctional Service would work in collaboration with the security agencies in the country to recapture them. Excuse me. The federal government has called on engineers to put more effort in research and development activities that result in innovations, inventions, and adoption of indigenous technology. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Works and Housing, Mahmouda Maman, stated this in Abuja at the 44th Conference of Directors of Electrical and Mechanical Engineering Departments of Ministries of Works and Housing with the theme, Economic Emancipation Achievable through application of homegrown technology. According to him, this process will prove to the nation that indeed engineering professionals are ready to propel the country into economic emancipation through technical advancement. He said Nigeria needs an economic growth model that can generate sufficient jobs for our huge population and also be inclusive enough to significantly curb poverty, adding history have shown that such viable economic growth model is only achieved through technological innovations. The House of Representatives has summoned the chief executive officers of Nigerian insurance companies to justify the non-remittance of over 267 billion workers' investment into the National Housing Funds for 2019. The Chairman House Ad hoc Committee investigating the non-remittance to the NHF and utilization of the funds from 2011, Bagos issued a summon at the resumed hearing of the panel. The resolution was sequel to the failure of the insurance companies to appear before the ad hoc committee to explain why the funds were non-remitted. He said National Insurance Company must show proof of insurance companies who were in default of remitted workers' investments to Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN. The committee chairman assured Nigerians that the 10th House of Representatives would address the issues, saying all the concerned CEOs must appear by next Tuesday. This is RSTV News at 3. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch RSTV News live on YouTube at RSTV Online and Facebook at RSTV 22PH Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for update on our live feeds. Still to come on the news, death toll from building fire in Johannesburg rises to 73. Details shortly.
The rains are here, and the River State government is advising residents of the 12 local government areas in the state captured in the seasonal climate prediction by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET as places likely to suffer flooding to take precautions. The expected more than normal rainfall could happen anytime Therefore, residents of Abua Odwal, Ahoda East, Ahoda West, Akukutoro, Andoni, Emoha, Ikwere, Ogbaibumandoni, Okrika, Oyibo, and Opobunkoro local government areas are hereby advised individually and collectively to begin the cleaning of their environment. They should open up and clean their gutters to enable normal flow of water. Be prepared to move to higher ground when they see tidal water overflowing riverbanks into their various communities to avoid death and mitigate loss of property. The state government is also calling on all flood management committees in those local governments to immediately mount surveillance to watch out and notice any overflow of water over riverbanks. They should assess the magnitude of such overflowing water, provide accurate information that will sensitize the people adequately on what to do, while also working with council chairmen, traditional rulers, and all opinion leaders in order to strengthen the response capabilities of communities. Such committees should work out modalities that will cushion the effect of the flood disaster on residents. The unprecedented flood disaster in 2022 had served as an eye-opener. Thus, the state government is taking proactive steps and intensifying interagency collaboration that will forestall any negative impact.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
We're glad to know you're still there for us. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has begun the recruitment of ad hoc staff ahead of the governorship elections in Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi states. INEC in a statement said the portal for the recruitment exercise is open from today and would close on October 2nd. The said interested applicants can visit the INEC portal on https:/press.inecnigeria.org or https:/app.com/press and then app.apk Android users to begin the process. INEC has implored all applicants to visit the eligibility page where they will review the qualification criteria necessary for any election staff position of their interest. According to INEC, applicants must not be a political party member, they must not have demonstrated or expressed support for any candidate or party, and must reside in the state selected except for registration area technicians. The National Identity Management Commission, INEC, has only been able to meet 47.6% of the federal government's monthly target of 2.5 million registrations in the first 8 months of the year. This is as the number of Nigerians with national identification numbers increased to 102.39 million in August, despite a slowdown in the number of enrollments. According to the data obtained and analyzed by Newspen, enrollment has fallen by 35.14% year-on-year in the first 8 months of the year, as only 8.36 billion as of August 28, 2023 people have enrolled for NIN so far this year from the 12.89 million people that had enrolled as of July 7th, 2022. NIN enrollment per month on average is 1.19 million per month in the first 8 months of 2023. The data indicated that the country is falling short of its 2.5 million national identification number enrollment target per month as set in the National Development Plan 2021 to 2025. And on the following scene, the South African Citizens Emergency Services says more than 50 people have died in a fire that engulfed a 5-story building in central Johannesburg. Spokesman Robert Muladzi said another 43 people were injured in a blaze that broke out in a Freedom House, noting that the death toll is likely to increase in what he described as effectively an informal settlement. Firefighters were called to the scene to put out the flames. Search and recovery operations are ongoing. It was not immediately clear what caused the blaze, which broke out overnight. Television footage showed fire trucks and ambulances outside a red and white building with burned out windows, which had been cordoned off by police. Angola has declared its readiness to deepen its bilateral cooperation with Nigeria. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Angola, Tete Antonio, made this known to newsmen during his visit to Nigeria. Antonio was in Nigeria to deliver the Angolan President João Lourenço's invitation to President Bola Tinubu for the regular bilateral and multilateral consultations of African leaders slated for November in the Southern African country. According to Antonio, who met with Yusuf Tuga, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Lourenço's message has been delivered through Tuga to Tinubu. As Ministers of Foreign Affairs and External Relations, we discussed the peace and security situations in the Sahel and other parts, including Central Africa, Greek Lakes, and Sudan. He mentioned that such were actually challenges for the continent, as well as constitutional changes that happened in West Africa and recently in Gabon. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has condemned the ongoing coup attempt as a means to resolve the post-electoral crisis in Gabon. UN spokesman Stephanie Dujarric disclosed this at a news conference at UN headquarters in New York. According to the reports, Gabonese military officers have cancelled election results and dissolved state institutions, claiming they have taken over power and the African country's borders closed until further notice. The officer said that the general election was not credible and the results were annulled. The spokesperson said the Secretary General reaffirmed a strong opposition to military coups and calls on all actors involved to exercise restraint, engage in an inclusive and meaningful dialogue, and ensure that the rule of law and human rights are fully respected. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission says the United Kingdom tops the list of registered Nigerians in diaspora. Although the Commission did not provide a figure for the total number of registered diasporas, the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs put Nigerian diaspora population at 1.7 million in 2020. The breakdown of the data provided by NIDCOM showed that registered Nigerians in the UK were at 22.5%, followed by United States of America at 21.4% and the United Arab Emirates at 5.4% registered diasporas. Others include Qatar 4.8%, Canada 4.4%, South Africa 4.0%, Germany 2.5%, Saudi Arabia 2.3%, and Italy 2.3%, Ghana 1.5%, Malaysia 1.1%, France 0.9%, Spain 0.9%, and Uganda 0.7%. And on the entertainment scene, Nigerian singer and songwriter Iyanya has disclosed that he was once at such a low point in his life that he almost took his own life. Memphis Victor talked with him. Let's hear from her.
Iyanya narrated a series of events that spiraled into the low point he had in 2020 after he was sued by his former talent management for allegedly stealing a company car. In the court case dragged on for a full year, he was unable to make music and suffered a stagnancy in income and was forced to stay in a hotel and contemplated killing himself.
I almost committed suicide. The manager stopped me one time. All of that stuff, madness, bro. It was a crazy period, but mentally it was really bad for me.
American actor Terrence Jenkins and Nigerian actress Osas Ighodaro are set to host the much-anticipated 16th Headies Awards in Atlanta. The event's first-time host Terrence noted that he is excited about doing this job. Burna Boy, Simi, Wizkid, Davido, and others are among the nominees for the 2023 awards. Nigerian psycho comedy A Bag of Trouble, starring Brother Shaggy and Oga Sabinus, is set to hit the cinemas as Brother Shaggy takes the audience into a world of laughter, drama, and self-discovery. It delves into the complexities of human behavior and mindset through a blend of drama, comedy, and psychology. A Bag of Trouble captures the essence of Nigerian storytelling in its purest form.
If I don't get more money, maybe like 200k or 300k, go see the way my brother go pop. Chris, I'm my top this. You slap me? No, not the answer. The church will go handle you. 25 crores. When they run up for your body, finish, you get yourself. Mosquito. You are in this shit.
Mavis Victor, RSTV Entertainment News.
Memphis Victor there. And in sports, Chelsea have allowed Romelu Lukaku to leave the club to Serie A side Roma on a season-long loan. The move is a straight loan with a fee worth between £7 million to £8 million depending on performance. Roma will cover Lukaku's wages after he agreed to a salary cut for the remaining 3 years of his Chelsea contract. Roma officials Ryan Fredkin and Thiago Pinto flew to London last weekend for face-to-face talks with Chelsea over a deal to bring Lukaku to the Italian capital for the season. Lukaku spent last season on a loan at Inter Milan. The Belgian international joined Chelsea from Inter for £97.5 million in 2021. Roma will cover Lukaku's wages after he agreed to a salary cut at Chelsea. Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. That's it on the news. Thank you so much for being a part of it. You can always watch RSTV live on YouTube at RSTV Online and Facebook at RSTV22 PH Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for update on our live feeds. My name is Solomon Daxabrait. Good afternoon.